Okay guys, so a couple days ago, I uploaded my own redstone house, and I said it was the best in Minecraft Pocket Edition, and someone just proved me extremely wrong. A fan sent in this building, and I mean, it completely destroys my house. This is absolutely incredible. Woo! Hey, what's up my fellow teammates? Welcome back to another Redstone map showcase. Today we're taking a look at the most defended redstone house in Minecraft Pocket Edition. So let's go ahead and take a look at the property. At the front we have an emergency house, which is something we'll come back to in just a second. But yeah, here is the most defended house. As you can see, we have two fences, both with barbed wire at the top, which is going to prevent anyone from jumping over, as well as if that doesn't work, we have a lava pit in the middle of them. How freaking awesome is that? And that is the front door over here, and it has two iron doors. One you can open from the outside, and another one has like a secret little trick, which I'll show you guys in just a second. But yeah, that is pretty much the property, and a lot of the structure and building is located underground, so there's more to it, guys. That's why I say this is like the best house that I've seen in Minecraft Pocket Edition. So let's go ahead and take a look at the emergency house. First, we have some pillars over here basically telling us this is an emergency house. It is also called a greenhouse, and we could come over here, hit this button to ring the doorbell, then open up the door, and in here we have a few lovely decorations, and it's also nicely built. And as you can see, we have ourselves a chest, a crafting table, a brewing stand, and a furnace over here. But the secret to this building is that it contains the lever, which allows us to unlock the second iron door. And the lever is located right behind this staircase right over here. Now, if you guys don't know, a staircase, once it's like turned on the side like this, allows us to click through it. So people put levers behind this, and to click on that lever, you want to go ahead and click on this part right over here when you don't have the block flashing or whatever. So let's go ahead and then click on that lever, and it should open up the second iron door. And let's go ahead and take a look at it. Yes, the door has opened up. Now we just need to click on that button, walk through, and here we are in the center of our defended house. What I love about this is that not only does it contain redstone, but it's so well decorated. And yeah, so to lock the door, you want to go ahead and come over here, flick that lever, and now no one could come into your house unless you want to unlock it manually. Anyways, over here we have Charlie, and as soon as I downloaded the map, he came and greeted me, showed me around, and he's just a lovely pet, and he's just gonna sit over here until I finish the video. But on this side we have a fountain, as well as a Christmas tree, I guess. I don't know, like a tree with cake on it. What is that? But anyways, it's just some decorations, really cool. And we have like another area, which is going to be our underground vault. There's no lever on the outside. There's yet again another like hidden bit of redstone, which we'll get to in just a second. On the corners of our wall, if you guys noticed, we do have redstone lamps, which are basically activated with nighttime sensors. So at night they turn on automatically. So let's go ahead and just switch it to daytime sensors by clicking on it and show you guys that it does in fact work, and it's really neat, and I quite like that, to be honest. So yeah, let's just turn those two on. And in addition to that, we also have some of them in our house over here, which is another set of nighttime sensors connected up to our redstone lamps. And I'm just turning them all to daytime because of course it is day, so we could see them working. Alright, so there we go. That is pretty much all the lights for the wall. On this side, like I was saying, we have ourselves a fire pit, a barbecue grill, and then one of the entrances to our house. And no, it's raining. I hate the rain so much, guys. And now our lights have turned off. Sad face. Oh my gosh. But on this end, we do have ourselves a flower area to store all of our plants and flowers, which is really nice, and I'll get back to that in just a second. And then finally over here we have our front door. Alright, so let's go ahead and enter through the side door because we're getting wet in the rain. And once we enter, there's some pressure plates that close the door behind us. And then we have, you know, some furnaces down here, along with some chests and a crafting table, and then some other random decorations. We have our bed over here if you want to sleep. We have our flower collection area lights. So if you flick that, the, you know, the lights in the back by the flower collection area should turn on. And then over here we have some more random decoration, as well as the door to go outside. And then we have a ladder going up to the top floor, which is going to be the area where all of our redstone is. So let's go back down here, guys, and then take a look at the area which is going to contain our secret lever to open up that door right over there. And basically, guys, yet again, hidden behind another staircase. Yet again, you would access this by clicking on the top section. So as you can see, when I'm looking at the block, it lights up, but when I'm looking at the area where I could click through it, it doesn't light up anymore. So I basically click right over there, and it should open up that door. There we go, and then light up a few of our redstone lamps. And then we could go down to our underground vault, which is absolutely mind-blowing, by the way, guys. So once you turn or open up that door, it turns on a bunch of lights down over here, which is why the area kind of lit up. And then we have another lever, which is going to allow us to open up this door. And then on this side, we have a lovely hallway with pretty nice decorations. And we also have another like hidden lever on this map, and it's located right behind this block. And I'm not sure what it would do, but I believe it allows us to lock the door. So, oh gosh, I almost broke a block over there for a second. So what we need to do is basically try to click on that lever behind the block, and there we go. So that lever would allow us to basically lock the door, and that's really cool because you don't want anyone following you into your super secure base. Okay, so there we go, guys. We can just walk forward and go into like an intersection of hallways. We have our crafting area, our enchanting area, as well as our storage on that side. We have our fun and play area over there, and finally our farms on this side, protected by our iron golem. So let's go ahead and take a look at the farm first. We come over here, flick that lever, and bam! Take a look at that, guys. We have an entire hallway being protected, and it has some awesome, like, you know, textures over here, which looks really cool. Some awesome redstone lighting, and then we have our farms with all of our lovely floral decorations, nether warts, sheep, pig, freaking skeletons and zombies. That's why we have our, you know, iron golem to kill those when they spawn down. And then finally we have all of our, you know, delicious carrots and potatoes and just, you know, wheat and stuff over here as well. And pretty much every single thing in this room is you know, here that you would grow in Minecraft, if that makes any sense, as well as mushrooms and whatnot. And yet again, all of the redstone lamps are controlled by this one lever, which is also really cool. Alright, so let's go back over here, guys, and take a look at our crafting slash enchanting slash storage area. This is actually a pretty large area, and we would come over here, flick this to turn on our lights, and then we could come down here to our nether lab, and this will take us down to a hallway. We flick this lever to turn on the portal lights, and yeah, now we can just go ahead and walk down to our nether portal. How freaking awesome is that, guys? We have like so much detail put into this map itself. I know there's only like redstone lamps, but I mean, still, it's just really cool to have all of these lovely decorations built in. So over here we have our storage slash enchantment area. We hit that button, walk into our room, and yeah, here we are. So we have our dining room table at the middle, a bunch of cake, and then a bunch of areas for our, you know, storage. Of course, I cannot access these chests when I am in creative mode, but we would have all of our, you know, armor sets in here. And then we also have like brewing stands and crafting tables and pretty much every single thing you need. We have a bit of water down here for you guys to use for your brewing stands. And we do have a hidden lever in one of these chests. Yet again, I cannot access that because I am in creative mode. But once you get that lever, you want to go ahead and come over here, place that lever down on this diamond block, and then flick that lever to open up our vault. So this is going to be the vault, and we have the vault lights right over here, and then yet again we have our chests, which I can't really activate. Okay, so that is basically this room. As you can see, it is really nicely decorated. So let's you know, check out the final area in the bottom section of our home, and this is going to be the fun and play area. So we would just go ahead and open up this door, flick that lever, and go past this other door into our fun little play area. So yet again, a huge expansion to the room, some really nice decorations, as well as there's a lot of mobs spawning around, which is why we have another iron golem over there to kill them, but for some reason he's stuck inside of the bowl. On this side we have a secret chest, which is hidden behind this staircase right over here. And since yet again I cannot access chests in creative mode, I'm just gonna go ahead and break that block so you guys can see it. It's right behind there. And then on this end we have our bathroom, And this bathroom is going to contain pretty much everything that we would need. A mirror, a toilet, as well as a shower. And we have some lights up here in the corner if you guys want to see a little bit better. And we do have a popcorn machine and a water dispenser. Of course, they're just for role-playing. We have our start movie thing, which is basically going to allow us to turn on our movie. And then we have another lever on this corner, which is going to allow us to turn on our PC, which is quite cool. And then we have another table over here, which I guess is for gambling. I see like a roulette, spinning thing over here, which is quite nice. And on this wall, we have ourselves an outdoor simulation area, which is going to allow us to turn on the lights for that. And yeah, if you're trapped down here, it's kind of nice to have a little outdoor simulation to keep yourself, in the right mind. On this section, we have ourselves our food bar, which is a nice touch. And we have a villager in there who sells food. We flick that lever to turn that on, and we also have some chests in there for you to grab food. And finally, guys, we have our pool with some pool lights at the bottom, which is also quite neat. Anyways, guys, that pretty much wraps up today's Redstone map showcase. I want to give a huge shout out to this guy. I forgot to mention him at the beginning of the video, and it's kind of too late to go back and record it, but this is created by the Dragon Warlord. It looks like he spent a lot of time doing this, and he said that I inspired him, which is absolutely mind-blowing to think that I inspired this person to spend hours and hours making a map for me. And I just really love it, guys. And if you would like to support your fellow teammates, go down to the description box down below and click on any of the links I put there, whether it be Twitter or YouTube. Leave a comment telling him that you love the map or thanking him for the download or whatever, because he did spend a lot of time and effort into this, and I would really appreciate it. And I'm sure he would appreciate it and make more maps if you guys do that. As well as if you want to go ahead and submit your own map, you could tweet it at me and I will definitely look at it, because I love seeing these maps as well as responding to you guys. And yeah, anyways, this was Twiistz, and I'll see you guys later.